I'll watch that other one in a few minutes here, guys. But we already covered the stuff about survival of the fittest and managing the herds and being a Homo sapien and a gracious good shepherd as opposed to survival of the fittest animalistic type moron, right? And the gray. Okay, and all that stupid stuff. Other stupid stuff we had to deal with. People, like I said with that stuff with Chadwick Boseman, they killed him from cancer and the propaganda got worse. So killing people doesn't prevent propaganda like that one guy told me in Mexico. They take out El Chapo, 5 more try to take his place. So you need to live the Lord's Prayer. If you don't live the Lord's Prayer, you can kill and kill and kill, and the propaganda tool bags all try to be, there's 800 propaganda tool bags that are hot blondes waiting in the waiting room to get the hemorrhoid commercial and the spot on NCIS, CISSS with Mark Harmon, and then have, it's not my way to love you, just no one wants to say, do you need me to come and kick Mark Harmon's ass? I can't put paws on my inside, there's something I can't hide. It still hurts when I recall the times I've cried. 'Cause I'm easy, yeah, I'm easy. Take my hand and pull me down. I won't put up any fight, 'cause I'm easy. Please stop tugging at my sleeve if you're just playing. If you don't take the things you make me want to give. I never cared too much for games, and this one's driving me insane. You ain't half as free to wander as you claim. But I'm easy, yeah, I'm easy. Take my hand and pull me down. I won't put up any fight, 'cause I'm easy. I don't know why Leonard doesn't play that song for Penny on Big Bang Theory. What clone that girl's father was. They should have put that on. It's like, who sings this? Don't do me favors, let me watch you from a distance. 'Cause when you're near, I find it hard to keep my head. Yeah, that's a good tune, man. I always thought it was a real good tune. Anybody else like it? I was like, that's David Carradine's brother, man. That's Kung Fu's brother. It's Kwai Chang Kang's brother, man. Yeah, that's Kwai Chang Kang's brother, bro. Bruce wanted to play that, but I think he died before it ever really got going. Son of a bitch. Guys and dolls. What was the other thing we had to talk about? I don't remember, man. I know it's important, but we'll probably talk about it tomorrow. But it's just, it's important that you understand how this crap is working. I was kind of surprised that other one loaded, because I know when I'm engaging in things that they kind of want to keep their narrative going of their genocide operations with past science projects, they let it load, and if it goes in direct contrast to it, they don't. But you guys will see that at a later time when you get to see the videos that didn't load in the future, once you're able to have access to them in the future, and you're sitting there going, and you don't have to study it too much. I think it's just not out of curiosity, it's just learning right from wrong and good from bad and truth from lie. And some people need to go back, what was happening on this day in history? What were all the people on TV doing that involved in economic, superficial, narcissistic genocide and, FanDuel and all that crap? And what was Earl doing to make sure that we were all living in the Lord's Prayer and saving our children from genocide? And then getting these scientists, sit them down and go, smackety, smack, smack, smackety, smacker, smacker. Like I did right away when they connected me to hockey, And Chris Hitchens. If you go read Chris Hitchens and Richard Dawkins, what they do is they would get stupid people, and they would take them in public and they would publicly berate them and say how stupid these religious people are. They're all fucking crazy. They're all going to get us killed. And then when I tried to engage them publicly, I said, I'm a religious person. Have a religious conversation with me. Oh, Chris Hitchens, he mocks me. It's like, you have to. Because you won't have a public conversation with me. You take wackadoodles that you call religious, that talk people into murdering each other over comic book characters with money, and you use money and science and propaganda to get your people to die in the mass murder too. I know that's when I went on Facebook. And I talked to these scientists to try to explain to them the scientific applications of religions. Somebody needs to take their wackadoodle pills, their meds. I go, what's a wackadoodle pill? Dang. You guys are worse than the people that they call Christians, and they call Muslims. You're wackier than the people that wrap sleep floor on themselves and go and kill people on buses in Tel Aviv. You're complete lunatics. If someone doesn't agree with your scientific expertise, you want to medicate them and sedate them and stop them from talking. I might as well be going to Texas and have some crazy fucking right-wing extremist threaten to shoot me with his gun every time I make him look stupid when he opens his fucking ever stuffing I need more money to fuck mouth. It's the Ballad of Gregorio Cortez. I mean, if you look at the historical significance of Gregorio Cortez, it's a very sad story. You can go back and revisit it, but they'll just depress you and make you angry because they were so ignorant back then. Like, sinners and reopening wounds because, we have more money to make and so much love to fake. But there's so much love to fake and so much more money to make. Something's telling me it is very true. Earl's the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and it is true. He had a very good DJ, excellent DJ voice, man. Oh, the women used to, you bet you know they're Earl. Thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. How can I help you? Oh my gosh, baby, you got such a nice voice. You look like Dr. Dre. No, baby, I look like Barry Gibb, girl. Who? Barry Gibb. You know, humma staying alive, shumma staying alive. The guys that sound like they be snorting helium and shit. Yeah, that's what I look like. Well, Barry probably looks like me now. Only he's much older, but I just look older because I'm being chemically poisoned by the people that make his records sell for lots of money. Right? Earl, you funny. I know I is. But, please stop tugging to my sleeve if you just playing. Because my body, wait. Ever since this, I was losing weight, then it would, most people would depress. Oh, fuck, here we go again. But for me, it's just like, what a bunch of pathetic, dick-measuring, tool-bag, child-molesting, mind-raping perverts. This is the best you can do? Have a bunch of pervert scientists poison me? Oh, yeah. Well, boy, do you feel like Joaquin Phoenix to my Russell Crowe. I'm feeling very godly today. Think I'll be a fairly godparent. And then what? Then I think I'll make a movie where I pretend to be a god in the clouds. And then I'll pretend to be Noah with Emma Watson being my daughter. And then I think we'll all declare ourselves retarded, stop asking for money, have education, liberation of education, and take dictation and legislation and just park it in the corner in there until it goes shut off. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Been saying it for a long time now. Okay, how's it going, mate? Hey, Mick. It freaked me out when the Aboriginal guys on the Crocodile Deep Dumb movies, I expected them to speak differently, because like when you go to Africa, they don't talk like they're from England, or have an English type accent. They talk African, So I expected that, when they talked to the Aboriginal man, I expected him to talk like, have his own accent. Like, whoopie doopie, you in big trouble. So I expected Jay Silver to Kimosabi, him say, me, So I expected Jay Silverhills or something, and I get this guy, and he talks, and he looks like, and he's, damn, he sounds just like Paul, the Hogan guy, Whoa, they sounded exactly alike. Hey, Mick, don't forget your knock there for the croc there, Mick. Okay, Mick. I had totally freaked me out. I was like, he's Aboriginal. He's okay, but loose ends. Right. Carl and Chef and Steve and Jane. I say they got a British accent, and Five Star, they got a British accent, and we talk with a British accent. We have a British accent. No, seriously, we talk like Hugh Grant. We do not talk like we're the Desmonds from Jamaica. Okay, do you understand? So it's kind of funny. But I love you guys. Don't divide into racism. We already covered that. Killing people does not solve problems. It just murders people and perpetuates the propaganda and the egotistical conflict. That was, I think, the most important part. Lord's Prayer. It delivers. Lord's Prayer, please deliver. Okay? I love you. We'll talk tomorrow. This is my last one for the night. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that this one loads efficiently. Okay? Let's hope artificial general intelligence is getting more actual and factual, like TLC. Okay, guys, I love you. All right, peace out, man.